Oh my God. First, before I get into my day, it's 6:28. I've had 2 nutrition consultations already. Opened the gym, saw some other people. Didn't really have time to sit down and drink coffee. So I brewed some coffee about 15 minutes ago. Super excited, I could smell it. It was brewing and I was like, yeah, coffee's coming. You know, you just get super excited about it. I pour my glass of coffee and then I go to the fridge. There's no creamer. Yeah, that's bad. And I know I should stop being a little bitch and learn how to drink black coffee. I'm just not ready for that. How awful is it when you make food, like you pour a bowl of cereal or something and then you go to get milk and there's no fucking milk? Or you make a big salad, or you make some meal and you're like, yeah, but the sauce is the best part, and you're out of it. Or someone puts an empty container back in the fridge. So I'm gonna figure out who drank the last of the milk and didn't write it down. You in trouble. So let's talk about these nutrition consults I had this morning. And this reiterates the fact that everyone is so different as far as what they do, what they understand, and what they need to work on developing when it comes to reaching their goals and changing their body however they want to see those changes being made. So I had one person come in, which this individual has been dieting off and on for years. So this person is very familiar with calories and macronutrients. Like, this person can see a plate from across the room and tell you probably like how many grams and ounces everything is, and kind of like do these crazy calculations in their head. Like, they are plenty familiar with weighing and measuring their food. They've been doing this for so long, off and on, off and on. And then the other person I worked with this morning, like, didn't even understand what grams of protein is. And so that just really drills the point home that you can't just give this like one size fits all approach to nutrition. Like, yeah, giving them like macro targets and calories and stuff like that would work and would be effective if that person's able to apply those things. But some people are so far away from tracking their macros that trying to get them to do that would be so overwhelming. So just whether you're a coach or whether you're just an individual looking to start a new nutrition program, whatever, just be very honest with yourself about where you are and what's practical for you, like what you can do every day for the next 3 months, right? If you don't see yourself doing it for the next 3 months, 3 days, don't even do it. So yes, there are some changes and some sacrifices to make, and there's always that learning curve for anything new. But if you eat out every day, you don't cook your own food, you don't even understand what carbohydrates are, where going to like this, counting your macros every day and hitting, like, that would be so overwhelming for you. So just be honest where you are and choose an approach that's progressive and that's doable for you, so you gain positive momentum along the way. So the first person that I was working with, this individual has been dieting off and on for a long time. And unfortunately, I think this person just fell victim to having a bad nutrition coach before. I think this person was looking for help. They're trying to see changes in their body. This person wanted to get leaner, get stronger, and wasn't necessarily looking to compete in the figure or physique world, but thought that hiring a coach that specialized in those things would be good. And this coach just, I really feel, ruined this person's metabolism. They put this person on so many cuts and bulks to like very, very extremes, and just didn't respect the person's physiology and their kind of emotional and mental consequences of doing those extreme cuts and bulks, and the relationship people tend to develop with food. They become very obsessive and negative towards food. It becomes more about burning and negating and stuff like that. And so this person's just struggled for a long time, and they're at a point where they can't continue to see changes in their body. They can't lose, 5 pounds of fat. They can't get the body composition to change and go in the right direction, no matter how much of a calorie deficit we do, no matter how we recalculate their macros. And it's because their metabolism is so messed up from years of dieting and stressing the body out and basically just working against nature the entire time when they're going through these bulk phases of eating this big surplus of calories, whatever they want, a bunch of junk food, and then they go to these extreme 8, 10, 12-week periods where they're progressively eating less and less and less food. They're depriving themselves of very important nutrients that supports hormone function and muscle mass and just very basic important functions of the body. And it just gets to such an extreme roller coaster. People like yo-yo dieting that try this for 2 weeks, quit that, binge, that try this for 3 weeks. They go super low carb, they lose all this body fat, and then they go to eat a sandwich and they get used to eating carbs again and they blow up. It's that yo-yo effect. It's very stressful on your body and it really fucks up your metabolism. And I feel for these people because it's, a lot of times it's just not their fault. It's not for lack of effort. They've just been misguided. And so if you're a person who's been struggling with losing body fat and you've calculated your macros and you feel like you're doing everything right as far as being consistent with hitting those numbers, and you're just not able to lose that last couple pounds of body fat, or you're just stuck at this, you need to understand that continuing to do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is crazy. That's the definition of insanity. So you need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture and understand that what you're doing isn't working. What you're doing isn't serving you. And you should consider, if you're one of those people who have dieted off and on over and over again, who has lost extreme amount of body fat and has fluctuated a lot over the years, you may benefit from doing something called reverse dieting. And Lane Norton really is an expert on this subject. He's actually based out of Tampa, which is great, but he is very intelligent. I like him a lot. I respect him a lot. I followed him for many, many years. He, is a big backer of flexible dieting and stuff like that, but he works with a lot of people in the physique world, and he has dealt with hundreds of clients that have had horrible coaches and nutrition experts that have put his clients on crash diets over the years and just really ruined their metabolism. And these people are coming to him at this point saying, I'm not losing any body fat. I can't get my body to change. What's happening? And so he gets them to do what's called a reverse diet. And it's where you invest some time in the long term and getting your metabolism up to where it should be again. Investing some serious time in eating plenty of nourishing foods, progressively increasing your calorie intake, working on developing more muscle, and increasing your basal metabolic rate and just getting your hormones at healthy levels, balanced levels again. And you may gain some body fat during that time. And this reverse diet cannot be done for 4 weeks. This is done for like 3, 4, 6 months, maybe even a year, depending on how many years you've spent really damaging your metabolism. So if you've struggled with the roller coaster of fluctuations of body weight up and down, you've dieted and crash dieted and binged, and you've been dieting for a couple months now and you're not able to see the changes, you should consider reverse dieting. So definitely look into Lane Norton. He's a great resource for that. He's very knowledgeable. He's incredibly smart. Everything's scientifically backed. There's no bro science involved. He's a PhD, so he knows what he's talking about. But it's very disheartening for me when I'm grateful that I get to finally help these people and work with them and we connect, whether it's through the internet or they become a client of mine or they become a member of Elevate. I'm so grateful that I'm finally able to talk with them and help them and guide them and get them going in the right direction. But it just pisses me off that there are so many people out there. There's basically little to no barrier to entry when it comes to deeming yourself a fitness expert or a diet coach or, a trainer. It's like you can just have an Instagram account and have like decent pictures of yourself and post food pictures, be like, yeah, contact me if you want to get shredded, and people not knowing the basics of nutrition and how your body works, just desperate to see change in their body, they go to these people and they pay them, and they end up doing more damage than good, and it's just really unfortunate. So it's my mission to rid the world of these assholes and to help people like you really understand once and for all what it takes to have a healthy body and to have a healthy relationship with food. Because you can, with the right amount of nutrients, and it's very unique for everyone, you should absolutely be able to support a lean body composition, right? Healthy, and lean and healthy means something a little different for everyone. Some people, depending on their genetics and their build and their body shape and type, can have abs and sustain having visible abs as a healthy body composition. For other people, that may not be that healthy for them. That may be too extreme of a deficit for them, because that's just not how their body is built genetically. That's not, how they should optimally sit at a body composition to perform well and have plenty of energy and just function really well. So having abs may not be even healthy or a practical goal for you. But anyhow, your diet and nutrition protocol should support healthy body composition. It should support your overall health, and it should support your performance. So it should support whatever you're trying to do, on the field, in the gym, outside, in life. It should support all three of those things. So just be careful when you're deciding who to work with, decisions as far as what types of foods you're eating. Just make sure it makes sense, common sense. Do a little more research. You have the internet. There is an infinite amount of great resources that are out there. Now, I know there's a lot of crappy ones, but feel free to message me or email me if you have a question about that. But that's how my morning started out. And I know I get really upset about this stuff because I care a lot. But, I figured this could help someone. So reverse dieting, something to look into if you've struggled a lot over the years with the roller coaster ride of diets and bulking and stuff like that. Definitely look into it. So, some exciting news. Taylor, my husband, finally finished my project for me. See? It's a big chalkboard now. So we're gonna put that up in the front, and then now I have to have someone with decent handwriting do our logo and write out our name in chalk. But I want it to be cursive. I don't want it to necessarily look like that, but it'll look a little cooler. So we've got that going on, and then we just got a new rig and we got new floors. So let's take a look around. It's made the gym so much bigger. So we got new floors. We have all smooth mats now, so they're very, very easy to clean. They stay clean for a long time. And then this just completely increased our working space. Super excited. We got a new rig. So we got another rig. We have kind of the 4 stations for muscle ups. Move the other one over to the side. So exciting. So now Big Bertha works even better because all the mats are nice and smooth. But yeah, super stoked about this. Really happy to have so much more space in the gym. So now we have rubber from basically door to door, wall to wall, all the way down. Super exciting. then I can do cartwheels forever and ever. We got a virus delivery. So what was this? Our weightlifters and our CrossFitters. So we have the hookup at Virus because we're super special and exclusive at Elevate. So we get this super extra sweet deal and discount with Virus. So Elevate members only. Just kidding. All right, so let's see. We ordered a bunch of shorts and pants. What are these? The Hunter
olive green.
Olive green. They gave us really cool BPA-free aluminum, 100% recyclable. That's awesome. Toxin-free paint. So they gave us a bunch of these. Thank you, Virus. We only ordered like $1,000 worth of pants, so that's really nice of you to throw that in. So we got water bottles. What else? Got olive green shorts. Got some standards. Head up to the gym. So I've never tried the Virus shorts. I have Virus pants and they fit really well, but I have never had their booty shorts, so we'll try those on and see how those fit. Hopefully they don't squeeze the crap out of my legs. I hate when you get shorts that the bottom hem is really, really, really tight and just squeezes your leg. I can't stand that. So hopefully that's not the case with the Virus pants or the Virus shorts, because they have really, really good colors. And I like the waistband on their pants, so hopefully they're low enough. We got some shirts. Got more pants.
Might be shorts.
Oh, they're shorts, yeah. I got a lot. Are you sure this isn't everything?
We're missing about 5 things.
We're missing about 5 things, so. Thank you, Virus. Okay, so I want to just show you guys really quickly. I opened the Virus stuff yesterday as the next morning, and I haven't put any makeup on, but I just curled my hair. But I wanted to just show you the difference in lighting between my bathroom and then my other, like my hallway. And then the fact that since I've started using the Fascia Blaster, I've actually gotten more cellulite on the back of my legs. And this is because I've realized through this process how much bound up fascia I've had in my legs. Like before I had like a little bit of cellulite, but now that I'm starting to like break through all the layers, it's even more apparent. So I'm in that still like worse before better phase. So you'll see a lot more cellulite than I'm kind of used to on my legs, but I don't care. It really doesn't bother me. I'm in it for the long term. I want my fascia to become healthy and restored again. So more cellulite is not going to dictate whether I wear shorts or bikinis or anything like that. But just to show you, you know, like in the bathroom here, how dark the lighting is, and it makes the lines and legs look so much darker and just so much worse. Sorry, I'm really bad with this camera angle. Okay, so here it just makes it look a lot more extreme. Whereas if I were to walk out here, right, the lighting's a little different. You don't really see it as much, but you can see, like when I squish my skin, you can see a lot more binding and puckering and stuff like that. So this is, yeah, see like right there. I didn't used to have that before, but it's now coming through. But that's okay, it's temporary. I'm working through it. I now feel my hamstrings more sore than ever, my glutes more sore than ever in workouts and movements that I've been doing for a really long time. So I'm happy with it. So I highly suggest the Fascia Blaster. not just for cellulite, but just for restoring healthy tissue again. I don't suggest it as far as trying to like treat your own injury by any means. So if you're dealing with chronic pain and something like that, go see a practitioner, go get a good diagnosis and get treatment by a professional. But for me, it was just restoring better range of motion. I didn't have any pain or anything like that, but I just knew that my hamstrings and glutes weren't working as well as they could have. And I just, from years and years of sports and repetitive motion, I think my tissues just got beat up and I didn't maintain them very well. So highly suggest it, but you know, this is real life. It's not extreme by any means, but you know, it may be something you didn't realize that's possible with someone that I'm about 11% body fat. I still have cellulite and dimples and stuff on my legs, so it's normal. It's just how my skin is, at least for now. So keep it real.